I wanted to share a few thoughts with you on Barack Obama's birth certificate. As you know, I've done 2 prior videos on this, but I've had several emails with people questioning whether what I am telling you in these videos is true or not. We've seen PolitiFact.com has done an article on the JPEG in which they claim that they actually emailed the document to the health department in the state of Hawaii and that it was verified as a genuine birth certificate. Well, that cannot be true. I'll leave the link to the article in the video information box so you can read the article yourself. But it is impossible to email the image of a document and have it verified as genuine. I could print up the image of a dollar bill on a piece of white cardboard and then make a JPEG of it, just simply scan it. It certainly would look like a dollar bill. I could hold it up and have a friend photograph it for me and send you a photograph of the dollar bill, and it would certainly look genuine. But as soon as I go to hand it to you and you touch it, now you're going to know it's fake, because you know from experience that a dollar bill is not made on a piece of cardboard. And this is true as well with the certificate of live birth that Barack Obama has posted on his website. If you read in PolitiFact's article, the spokesperson for the Hawaiian Health Department, Janice Akubo, said right away it's a valid Hawaii state birth certificate. Well, no, it's not. A birth certificate is not the same thing as a certification of live birth. And a valid Hawaii state certification of live birth or a birth certificate would have an embossed seal and a signature on them. Those would be one of the first things that you would be looking for. When Janice Akubo realized this and realized that the border on it is not the correct border, she then corrected herself and said, I don't know if it's possible for us to even say beyond a doubt what the image on the site represents. And yet PolitiFact chose to put that very truthful statement in their article and yet try to convince the world that what Barack Obama has posted on his website is genuine. Janice Akubo also went on to say in this article, I guess that the big issue that is being raised is the lack of an embossed seal and a signature. But then she tried to explain that away because she said that they are normally embossed on the back. And then if it was scanned from the front, you wouldn't see that. Well, you most certainly would see an embossed seal. Look at your own birth certificates at home. Look at the seal. It's raised. If you scan it, it's going to show up on the scan if you're doing a high quality scan. And you can not only see the seal, you can feel it. I might remind you of what happened just last week in the state of Georgia. A police officer who was home on leave recuperating from a gunshot wound was on a camping trip, so he claimed, with a friend of his, and they claimed that they found a dead body of a creature known as Bigfoot. And they called the national media. They put the body in a freezer, filled it up with water, attempted to freeze it into a block of ice to preserve the body. Photographs were shown. Many of the national media stations carried the story. They did press conferences. They had an expert come down there and who actually purchased the body from them for, it is reported, up to $50,000. They had DNA samples they took of it that were sent to a lab. One sample of that DNA even showed that it was human. And yet, when the block of ice was finally thawed out, it turned out that it was nothing more than a rubber gorilla suit. And that even the expert Bigfoot hunter had been duped by this hoax. I believe that we will find that the same thing is true with Barack Obama's birth certificate. I've had people, it would be impossible for Barack Obama or anyone working with him to have created a fraudulent document. And they claim that if this document is fraudulent, that it would involve many people going back many years. But I state, why is that so? Janice Okubo stated several times to several different reporters that the state of Hawaii mailed Barack Obama a certificate of live birth in June of 2008, just 2 months ago. The document that Barack Obama is posting online bears the date of June 6th, 2007. People also claim that this would involve conspiring officials at the Hawaii Health Department, people in the Cook County Bureau of Vital Statistics in the state of Illinois. The Illinois Secretary of State would have to be involved in this. The legal bar in the state of Illinois, the Supreme Court of Illinois, many other government agencies would have to all be involved in this fraud. But I say, why is that so? We have no evidence that Barack Obama has ever actually used the document that he has been showing to the general public for anything except to defraud the general public and to put down a rumor that he was not born within the United States of America. We have absolutely no evidence that Barack Obama ever presented a hard copy of this document for any legal requirement. And we have no evidence that he ever intended to do so. The point of this fraud was to lie to the American voters. Now I show you this image of a dollar bill because many people argue, so what if the border is wrong? The information on the certificate of live birth is correct. So what if it's just the border? Would you accept this dollar bill from me? I mean, after all, the only thing wrong about it is the border.